right. Good morning, everyone. How we doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. What are we cooking today, chef? Hopefully something good. Victor, thank you for the gifted membership. Appreciate that. Thunder Frenzy, got that. Bonjour. Good morning, Susan. All right. Should be an interesting day, huh? Should be an interesting day. Definitely some action out there, so we'll see. All right, we'll see. There's some very key NASDAQ and S&P levels that are broken this morning. So I'm hoping to see a clean day. I'm hoping to see some of that clean price action today. There's definitely a clean break and hold below on the NASDAQ. If someone can guess that level in the chat, I'd be impressed. What's the level? It's the level that we've been talking about. It's the same level on the NASDAQ futures. Who's going to be first? I wish I could gift memberships. I wonder if I can do that. You can do that on Twitch. I wonder if YouTube has that capability. There it is. Stack and bananas. Well done. You've been paying attention, Stack. And some of you guys out there as well. 15,060. It's the same level again. All right? Look at this. Boom. 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 And look at what we're doing this morning. All right? That's going to be our key right there. What happens here? So, pretty clean, right? Pretty clean. We'll see if that sets up, right? If we can stay under that 15,060, we should be able to see some potential continuation. That'll be the key move today. So, we'll see what happens, right? But at least it's pretty clean to start, right? We definitely can build a game plan off of what we're seeing so far this morning. We can definitely build a game plan here. So, NASDAQ ES, some really clear levels. We'll talk about those today, guys, as we get into the live stream. Yeah, Netflix a beast for sure. Tesla downside. A little bit of a mixed bag. Yeah, you do have the 20 that we just broke right now, but it's sort of sitting there. I see that as well, the 20 on the NASDAQ. All right. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you guys are having a good morning. Hope you had a good night. Hope you had a good trading day yesterday. Pretty choppy intraday, but there was a very key supply rejection, which was a nice catch early morning. But besides the early morning supply rejection, it was a really choppy day to the downside. So wasn't a great day to trade, that's for sure. I'm sure most of you guys have realized that. It was just sort of a down, up, back and forth all day. Today, hopefully a little bit more cleanliness after some catalysts on the market. So, let's get started. Once again, guys, press that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys could, if you're new here. Let's do it. Schedule. I know you're here for the schedule. So, futures economic earnings calendar. As always, we had Tesla, Netflix earnings last night. Those are the big events. Let's pull up that economic calendar here because we do have Jerome Powell who will be speaking today, right? And whenever Jerome starts to open his mouth, there's potential volatility on the market, right? Even if Jerome Powell just said hello, right, the market's going to react to that. So, very interesting. We'll see what happens on that today. What's our ad today? SMOT. uncover big opportunities in smaller companies. No, thank you. So Thursday, that's today, right? Right here. Jobless claims early morning, 8:30. Jobless claims. We'll have that just in about 24 minutes. Mental math, very good. Jerome Powell speaking at 12 o'clock today. I don't have any plans of being here at 12 o'clock today, right? So this doesn't even matter to me. And for those that, like to trade in the morning, you really don't have to worry about this unless you're holding some type of a swing trade. Then of course you do. But Jerome Powell is speaking at 12 o'clock today, noon Eastern time. We'll see if there's any movement based off that. And then after him, a lot of Fed presidents sort of speaking the rest of the day. So some things to be, today's going to be maybe a little bit tricky. You got Tesla, Netflix earnings, right? Tesla, Netflix earnings. You're coming into the day with jobless claims, and then you're coming into the day again with Jerome Powell speaking at 12 o'clock. Some things to be paying attention to, right? Some things to be paying attention to. So jobless claims, 8:30, Jerome Powell, 12. And then, of course, we're coming into the day with Tesla and Netflix catalysts, all right? All right. So Tesla wedge, we'll talk about it, right? Very nice Tesla wedge. Netflix 400. This is a big level to be watching today on Netflix as we got the push higher. Make sure to pay attention to this 400. NVIDIA, watching this 430 level. NVIDIA, nice downside yesterday. AMD, again, nice downside. That 105 level we talked about yesterday. Beautiful rejection. We traded that one in the chat. This was straight from the pre-market live stream. I like to trade until 3:55. Hey, Logan. You must have a lot of gray hair and a lot of stress in your life. Google, 4-hour trend, still holding my Google puts. It looked like it started to work yesterday. We'll see if we get some type of continuation. AMD, Amazon, and Meta. All right? So, let's jump right into it. Yeah, we do have TSM earnings. Was it this morning? I think it was, right? Yeah, TSM earnings, upside on TSM earnings this morning. Not bad, right? And so that is something to watch, right, for the semiconductors. If TSM stays strong, then semiconductors could get a little bit of a bid today. So that's something to pay attention to, all right? But let's just focus on the NASDAQ here, guys, and let's really zone in on what's happening this morning, right? Let's zone in on what is happening this morning. So, first of all, that big zone we had above, still very valid, right? We know there's supply pretty much up all in here. 50 SMA, 100 SMA. We know there's supply above. We know, talked about this on the chat with the group yesterday in the Discord. We need to understand market conditions, right? And market conditions right now are any move that goes higher, it gets faded into, right? That's current market conditions. So I'm gonna stick to that rule until it proves me otherwise, right? Until the market actually proves that there's some strength here, some kind of an actual continuation move, I'm gonna continue to short any pop I see into supply because I know that the pops into supply continue to be weak, right? And so yesterday, it was no different. Yesterday, you had a morning pop into this 240 supply, the 50 SMA, and you got downside, right? Pop into the 50 SMA, and you got downside, right? And so it just continues to happen. And so today, I'm going to look for the same exact thing. Today is a very clean potential, and I don't know if you guys caught this yesterday. On the live stream, we said it could be the catalyst of earnings that gets us to break the channel lows, rejects the channel lows, and gives us more downside continuation, right? And that is exactly what we're getting. We have broken below the previous highs here. We have broken below the double bottom lows, right? So previous highs, double bottom lows, and look at what is happening this morning at 15,060. So that is going to be our key level to watch today. You sit, you stay patient, you don't go crazy, you just let the market trade and look to see if 15,060 creates rejections. If we start to see some downside action, if we start to see a very strong rejection, continue to step in at this 15,060, you can set up that short side play, right? Now, You have to be aware of the demand below if you are going to enter shorts today. There is definitely demand below here on the NASDAQ futures. We have the previous highs here, we have the lows here, and we have the low from the after hours here, right? So, previous highs, previous low, and another previous low that came in the after hours session. So that is our demand, 14,950. And our supply today is as clear as it could possibly be at the previous double bottom lows, right? Right here, right here. You can see the rejections that came in after hours. You can see the potential rejection that's coming in this morning, right? So, very key, right? Very key, 15,060. Now, could this area get a little bit difficult? Absolutely, right? Absolutely. This area right here could definitely get a little bit difficult because, one, yes, we do have the supply rejection, and yes, we could definitely see a nice short-term scalp off that level to the downside. I think that's very possible. How does this 20 SMA react, right? That's my only question mark. If this 20 SMA wasn't here, I would be, all in on that 15,060 rejection today. Obviously not all in, but you know what I'm saying. I would be aggressive on it. I would be definitely looking to take that, right, all day. The only concern I have on taking this 15,060 supply is the 20 SMA right here. And so if I see a nice 20 SMA rejection, which is actually, I think, what you're seeing as we speak, right? As we speak, it looks like the 20 is starting to, create some type of a consolidation here. You can see the 2 minutes sort of just consolidating right at this 20, sort of rejecting it. If I could see us under 15,060, if I could see us turning the 20 into rejections intraday, then I'm all for that downside scalp into the next demand, into this 14,950 zone. If the NASDAQ gets back over 15,060, this is not going to be a day that I'm going to trade, right? I am not trading upside today. I don't care what happens. And this is, I know it sounds biased, but I'm not going to be chasing upside on anything today, right? Because I can show you what happened yesterday. And I know a lot of people got caught in this. You can see consolidation, right? You can see that little squeeze to the upside yesterday intraday into supply. And look how quickly this thing got crushed, right? Just an instant crush of any upside, right? Anything that went to the upside yesterday, up, rejection. Up, fade, right? Up, fade. Any upside, instantly faded all day, right? So I'm not going to be the guy that just trades the upside. I'm not going to be chasing upside today. It's just not going to happen. It's just the market's not there. I know that the market is weak. If today is a change and somehow today the market rips and continues and goes all day, then sure, right? Sure, let it go. I have long-term shares. If the stock market wants to move higher today, I will soak it in with the shares, right? And that's how I'll make my money today. But I'm not going to be sucked into upside fake outs that I just don't feel comfortable trading. So if that's what the market wants to do today, if the market wants to move higher and sort of just go back into this chop fest from yesterday, I'm not interested, guys. And this is just an understanding that you do not need to trade every day. You do not need to catch every move on the market. I am not going to trade longs back into yesterday's shit show. It's just, there's no edge there. So if we see the market sort of back above 15,060, trading back within inside day of yesterday's shit show, I will be out and enjoying my day. So really what I want to see today is the clean trade. And the clean trade of the day is a break and retest of 15,060. That's the break and retest. That's the clean trade. If you can get a break, a retest, and a rejection of these previous double bottom lows, that is the clean trade of the day, and that would make a whole hell of a lot of sense for some downside action. So let's see. 15,060, that's my key level today. That is where every decision that I will make today will be based off of. Everything that I trade today will be based off of whether the NASDAQ is above or below 15,060 and the 20 SMA right below, right? That's the key. That's it. That's all we have to watch. And then the demand below at 14,950. QQQ, it's the same exact thing. Look at the QQQ here, guys. QQQ, previous double bottom lows at 364. Really like a triple bottom low at 364. What is it doing at 364 today, right? You guys can see right here, previous rejections in the after hours, later day, and what's happening in the pre-market today, 364. If the QQQ turns 364 into a clean rejection point today, I am in it, right? I am down for that downside scalp into this 362, 361.70 level. Now, here's where things get a little bit interesting, right? Because if you do short 364 today, then you need to be cautious of the demand below, right? No, I can't help someone in the chat, guys. Leave it alone. You'll email me, right? Email me. Shoot me if I haven't seen the email, I'll get to it today, Greg. Maybe send me a DM message, right? If you're in the Discord, send me a DM. Shoot me an Instagram message. I'm not going to be helping people with memberships in a live stream where we have 2,000 people that are here for an hour trying to learn, okay? This is not the time, not the place, all right? So reach out to me. There's many ways to do it. It's on my website. It's all over the place, and I will get back to you. All right, 364 on the QQQ. Previous low, previous low, previous low. Triple bottom low. All right, get margin. Thank you very much. Appreciate your work. 364, 364, 364. And you can see the double top that is formed on the QQQ. All right? So, that's the key level today. 364, right? Big level. That's what we're watching. If we stay under that level today, we're looking to see if there's rejections that step in. Okay? If we get back above 364, guys, you need to have a conscious effort. You need to do a conscious effort to control your fingers, right? Because above 364, while it might set up a decent long opportunity, right? While this might set up a decent long opportunity, I just do not think that you are going to have the best trading day of your career, a good trading day, a trading day that you're going to remember, a trading day that's going to be like, wow, that was really clean. I don't think that's going to happen today back into this yesterday's just disastrous price action. So if the QQQ by chance gets back over 364 today, right, and we start to sort of push higher, I would be very cautious trading back into this, right? That is not something that I have any idea what is going to happen, right? I don't have any idea what's going to happen above 364. How could you, right? How could you get a good read on above 364 today after seeing what happened yesterday, right? Look at this. This is disgusting. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Like nothing really made sense yesterday besides just an overall downtrending market, really. That was really the trade of the day. So I'm just I'm just not interested. If we get above there, if we start to trade into this zone, I'm just not really interested in trying to trade that action above 364. What I want to see is the clean trade. I want the A+ setup. The A+ setup in my eyes is a break and a rejection of a previous triple bottom low and look to see if this fades off of 364, right? That's my key. We'll see if we get it. ES. Very clean here as well, right? Very clean here as well. Here's the ES, right? And it's our 4350 level. You guys can see right here. 4350, 4350. And where is the ES rejecting today? 4350 and 4350, right? So you got 4350 supply, 4350, 4350, 4350. That is your key level to watch today. That is the previous Friday lows turning into rejections this morning. Now, this is where it gets a little bit difficult on the ES today, right? It's not all just a walk in the park at times. So this is where it gets a little bit difficult because you do have the 43.50 supply. You do have the yesterday lows at 43.50, right? You can see we did hold those from yesterday after slipping. What happened at 43.50 after we slipped it yesterday? We broke down, we bounced back into it, we rejected it, right? And so we're rejecting it again here in the pre-market. Now, the problem with the short side today, which could make it a little bit difficult, right? This could make the downside a little bit difficult, is you have this 200 that's just sort of sitting here, right? And you can see the reactions at the 200 this morning, right? We can definitely see that the 200 SMA is holding this market higher in the short term, right? We can see that. You're stuck under the 20. You're stuck under the 43.50, right? But you're also holding around this 200, right? So that's a tough one. That's a tough one. If you're going to short today, you need to be short up near this 43.50 to have any type of risk reward, right, to the downside. Because if you start to short near this 200 SMA, you are potentially shorting into a 200 SMA that holds strong and sort of helps this market remain higher. So that's a little bit tricky for me today, right? That's a little bit tricky for me today. And I'm not going to tell you like I know what's going to happen here because I don't. That 200 is a little bit of a question mark in my head, all right? This makes me a little bit more cautious before trading today because possibly the ES just maintains this 200 and sort of has a little bit of a relief, right? That's very possible. So I'm a little bit questionable on that one. I would like to see a beautiful retest and rejection into the next demand, which would really be here, right? The 4,300. That would be the really nice trade, right? Because we would break the channel. We would retest the Friday lows. We would retest the previous highs. We would turn that into a rejection today. And that should lead to, in a perfect world, that would lead to your next demand level, which is really down here around 4,300, right? That's really your next demand. The only thing in the way as of right now is that 200 SMA, right? So a little bit cautious, right? That's the daily 200. That's the daily 200, all right? Look, futures, adjust for contract change, that's on, right? We got daily 200 SMA. It's there, guys. That's the daily 200 SMA. On the ES December contracts, adjust for contract change, that's where it is. So that is a little bit concerning, right? And we can see there is definitely some action off that level. So you have to be cautious no matter what you short today. You need to know where that 200 is. This has to be something you watch today. If you are not paying attention to where this 200 is today, you're going to trade blind, right? If you start to enter shorts today and this thing is just sort of sitting at this daily 200, you are shorting into a 200 SMA that might not be your best opportunities. And you can see the flat line that is sort of setting up here at this level, right? Justin, I hope you're kidding, man. I really do, because it'd be a great joke. I really do hope you're kidding. So 43.30, 200 SMA, please be aware of that today, all right? Please be aware of that today. That is definitely a little bit of a wrench in the plan, right? It's a little bit of a, right? It makes you a little bit hesitant. So just but that's okay, right? It's okay to be hesitant because of that. It'd be better to be hesitant here than to not know it's there and to just lose money because you're shorting into it, right? I'd rather be a little bit hesitant because of that 200 on the short side than not know it's there and just lose my ass trying to short into it, okay? So 200, 43.30, be careful of it. And then the 43.50 supply above. That's very key. SPY. The SPY is a really clean break of channel, guys. And I really hope this sets up nicely for us, right? I really do. For everyone's sake, I hope this sets up really nicely for us today. That would be nice, right? Okay, Justin was kidding. So good joke, Justin. Right? Previous highs, 431, right? Previous highs, 431. previous lows, 431. Previous lows, 431, right? And previous lows, 431. That is very important. Kevin, make a box, right? Rectangle tool, right here. Make a box with the rectangle tool. Yours is going to be on transparency 100, right? Yours is probably going to look like this when you turn it green. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. So yours is going to be looking like, actually, sorry, 0 transparency, my bad. Yours is going to look like this. We don't want that. That's ugly, right? We don't want that. So you double click on it. You press on the color. You go to more. You go to the HSV. And you turn it to, I like it around 80 to 75% transparency. All right? That's how you do it. So, previous highs, triple bottom lows on the SPY, right? Where are we under and where are we trading into today? That is the exact level that we need to be watching. 431 on the SPY ETF today. That is going to be your sort of level to be monitoring. That's going to be your line in the sand. Are we above or are we below the 431? Boys, if you are asking questions in chat without putting at least $20 behind it, the question is not important enough to you. Internet, a little flex there, my friend, but I don't mind it. I appreciate you. And that's awesome. Thank you, Internet. Internet enforcers. I need Internet enforcers on my side. That's good. That's good. I'm happy I have Mr. Enforcer on my side. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the 25. Thank you for the donation. So, 431, previous lows, previous lows, previous lows, right? And look at this rejection that's stepping up this morning, okay? So, 431, that's your level. Pay attention to it, right? And if we stay below that, right? If we stay below that, then we're looking for that rejection play. I hope it's clean, right? I hope it's clean. I know that it may not be, right? I know it could be a little bit of a break back above, right? And if the SPY starts to hold this 431, then you're just going to be trading right back into, a little bit of yesterday's shit show, right? So I hope it's a clean retest rejection for our sake, for our traders, for the traders out there that like the clean retest rejections, that like that clean break of structure. That's going to be the trade of the day, man. That's going to be the trade of the day, but we'll see if we get it, right? Let's watch 431. Let's keep an eye on that level. If we get back above 431, guys, be careful on the short side, right? Because this is going to try to hold that previous low, and you do not want to be fighting if we're above 431, right? You do not want to be fighting on shorts back into that level, right? Because it could just do something like this and just sort of eventually pop off that level, and you're not going to want to be fighting that short if we're above 431, all right? Very key, very important thing to be paying attention to. I'm canceling my subscription. Good to hear, Mike. Appreciate that. All right, so SPY. Let's wait for the jobless claims here in about 30 seconds, and then we will run the ad because we have not hit our goal. So we will be running the ad after jobless claims here. All right, so we got 20 seconds. Whatever, guy who margin, it's all good, man. Don't worry about it. Let's not worry about the chat too much. Let the people talk. Anyone's welcome to cancel as much as they want. All right, so a little bit of a red candle there. Okay, fake candle. Let's take a look. Let's deep dive. All right, what are we seeing? Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Nothing. Whole bunch of nothing. We haven't gotten jobless. There it is. There's jobless claims. All right, so jobless claims 198 versus 212. So jobs market's still strong, technically. It just continues to be the same way. No movement. at all. No movement at all. All right? No movement at all. All right, so can you run an ad for Vagisil? I wish I could choose it, man. I wish I could. So SPY 431, that's the level. Let's get into some stocks. If you guys could, keep me updated on this SPY chart. Let me know only if it's above 431. 431. If it's above 431, let me know. All right? All right. So, Tesla. Interesting, right? Big drop. Big drop. Big drop on that wedge break, right? And we got the wedge break. Big drop on the wedge break. So, where are the levels we have to watch here, right? This could get a little bit difficult, right? But we can analyze this to some extent and sort of monitor the price action intraday today. I think the first potential demand hold on Tesla, right, is this little this 228 area, 228, 226. I think this is a potential hold area on Tesla this morning, right in here. Right? Why do I say that? All right, so this is the 4-hour chart, right? And so you can see on the 4-hour chart, we made some pretty decent lows here on our way higher, right? That was one of our lows on our way higher. You guys can see here, right? You made a floor here, right? Continued higher. Then you made a floor right here, right around that 243, right? That was another floor right up in here. So you can see floor 1, push, floor 2, push, right? And that was about where the upside started or ended, right? Then it pivoted and broke the trend. So as of right now, I think that there is definitely opportunity that Tesla maybe tries to hold this 226, 227 area. And so if we go down to the short-term time frames, you can see we're sort of recovering above that zone today. So this is not going to be an easy trade, right? This could get a little bit tricky, right? A lot of people are going to be wondering, does Tesla continue lower or does Tesla have a rebound, right? What day is it on Tesla today? I would be cautious, right? You don't need to be coming in, balls to the wall, trying to catch Tesla perfectly today. But if I do zoom in here on the short term, this is really the short-term levels right here. These are the short-term levels that I will be focusing on. Let me make sure I turn these red here. Because for me, right, for me to short something, I need a bounce, right? That's just I will not short something without some type of a dead cat bounce, some type of an opportunity, right? Some type of take advantage of some weak upside. That's where I like to short names. I don't like to short names at lows. I don't short into holes. So I'm looking to short on any type of bounce, right? And then see if I can fade that bounce. So for me today, the first one I'm going to be watching on Tesla is 230, okay? 230, it's this previous pretty much quadruple bottom from the after-hour session, right? You guys can see right here, lows, 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 and lows. That's four bounces off this 230 level. So if I see Tesla have a little bit of a morning squeeze, right, then I'm looking at 230. Is 230 the level that fades, right? That's number one. That's the first level. If 230 if we get above 230, my next level is the 233. 233, 233.50. It's this high and these after hours lows, right here. 233, 233.50. That's the next level. Okay? If we get above that, then, Tesla might be on a little bit of a run, right? At that point, maybe you watch previous day low, this after hours low here when earnings came out. But I think for Tesla to remain shortable today and actually stay weak, right? Then I think it's going to have to stay either below this low or probably below this high, right? This high, these lows, these are the two spots that I'm going to be looking to see rejections on Tesla today on any type of bounce. If that doesn't come in, right, if we just sort of squeeze through it all, then Tesla, let's see. I'm just going to let it ride I'm not going to try to long it into some of these zones, but I'm going to look for these. This is my game plan, right? So 230, 233.50, and then just be a little bit cautious of this 226 on the 4-hour chart. You guys can see this, right? Let me actually go to the 1-hour chart. I'll be able to show this a little bit better. All right, look at the 1 hour and look at this zone right over here. All right, this is the zone that we're talking about. You guys see this right here? We have previous lows, and previous lows, right? See that little triple bottom right there on your chart? That is right where Tesla's trying to hold up today. So that's a little bit cautious, right? I don't know if I want to be shorting into this after the big earnings downside. I don't know if I want to be shorting into this 226, 227 level after seeing where that was on the hourly and 4-hour chart, right? Something to pay attention to. That could very well be the level that everyone tries to short today at open and they lose, right? There is absolutely no question about that, right? That could easily be the 226 level that holds on. Everyone's shorting Tesla at open because it's down in the pre-market and Tesla sort of squeezes out some shorts. Shorts are taking profits, right? And this thing just sort of recovers and everyone says, why is Tesla higher? I can't believe Tesla's higher. The earnings were so bad, right? I can't believe that it's moving higher. Well, you know, that's the market. So 226, that's the level I'd be watching. Be careful of shorting into it. I would want to see upside and fades before taking those shorts. ES, yeah, it's right at it. So we'll see. Right, you're right at 43.50. All right, NVIDIA. So the key level for me on NVIDIA is 430. Right, 430 is the key level. That's what I'm going to be watching today. This is from the 1-hour chart. Here's the 1-hour chart. So we're getting a little bit bounce in the market. We'll see how it holds, right? We'll see how it holds. Here's 430, right? Here's 430 on NVIDIA. So what do you have at 430 previously? You have the previous triple bottom lows here, right? You have the previous high right here. You have a support hold right there. And you have another support hold right there at $430 a share, right? So NVIDIA, what am I going to look for? I'm going to look for it to push back into... Oh, we also have the lows from Tuesday, right there. So I'm going to look for NVIDIA to push into 430. And I'm going to look to see intraday today, does it reject 430? And if it does, right, if NVIDIA rejects 430, then I'm going to look for that fade, right? If we retest these previous lows at this 430 supply, I will look for that rejection play. If NVIDIA gets back above and starts to hold above this previous day low, right, and these rejections from yesterday, right, look at how NVIDIA rejected 430 yesterday. So let me zoom in to yesterday on NVIDIA. You can see this is yesterday morning. We have very clear rejections at the 430 level. So if NVIDIA pushes into this again, right, I'm going to look for that fade. If NVIDIA gets above it, I'm not going to be touching NVIDIA today, right? Because if NVIDIA gets above 430, you are trading it back into some of this supply from previous day. You're trading it back into the 100, back into the 20, back into the 50, right? I'm really not interested in that long unless the market is absolutely ripping and there's some really clear upside. I am not going to be looking too long back into some of these levels. So 430 is really my level today. All right? That's what I'm going to be looking to see if this level rejects. This could be very clean. This is Tuesday's lows, Wednesday, yesterday rejections. This would be a really awesome fade at 430 today. Let's see if we can get it. Netflix, Google, AMD. Netflix, Google, AMD. Yeah, I really don't know how I only have 70,000 subs, JB. I actually ask myself that sometimes as well. I really do. I'm not kidding. But hey, man, I just don't market enough, brother. I don't flash enough, you know. But I know that, in the long term, it'll be a consistent thing for me, and I just, I'm more interested in that. I'm just not flashy enough, Flashy is what sells these days to all the 21-year-old jokesters. So maybe if I put my Porsche online all day, it would be a little bit different, but it is what it is. So 400, right? 400. Here we go. So Netflix, you guys can see right here, previous lows, right? Previous lows, previous highs at 400. Look at where Netflix is trading into today. 400, right? Very big, right? Very big. So 400, big watch. You guys can see here, here's your lows, here's your highs, and here's that 400 move, right? Here's that 400 move. So this is the big watch today, right? This is the big watch today. Does Netflix get over 400? Can it hold above 400, right? And can it hold above that 50 SMA, right? Can it hold above 400? And can it hold above the 50 SMA, right? So that's what I'd be watching today. Now, on the flip side, right? On the flip side, could this be a incredible fade opportunity off 400? Possibly, right? Possibly. I wouldn't rule it out. I would not rule out the possibility of Netflix squeezing higher into this previous low, squeezing higher into these highs and the 50 SMA, and getting a little bit of a rejection off that level, right? I would not leave that. I would not count that out. So all about 400 for me today, guys, right? All about 400 for me on Netflix today. All right. Google. So Google, I'm holding in. I'm holding strong. I like the idea I'm in, right? I've seen a lot of tech stocks break 4-hour trends, so I'm going to stick in this play. Another nice rejection of this 140 supply again, 140, 141 supply again on Google yesterday. A little bit of a break of trend, right? We did break that trend yesterday. Can we actually get some downside continuation? That's the big question, right? And so as of right now, excuse me, as of right now, Google just can't seem to move lower, right? It just continues to hold up. It's very resilient, right? It's very resilient. So I'm going to hold my Google puts. As long as this thing stays below this 140, 141 area, I'm going to maintain in that position. Now, I also can see that it just won't give up, right? I could see that, right? I could absolutely see the strength that is there. So I'm just being a little bit patient, right? I'm not trying to overreact to any moves that I see. I'm trying to ride with the overall trend of the market here because I know that the overall market is weak. So I'm trying to keep a level head here on Google. I do like the play, and I know that if Google pulls off any type of 4-hour trend break like we've seen on other tech stocks, then, this could be a really, really nice trade, right? I would love to see that 4-hour trend break and a really nice trade setup. Risk reward is correct. Risk is managed, right? I like the idea. We just got to see if we can get the move. And so we'll see, right? I think what you really need on Google is a 138 break, right? The 138 break is, I believe, what sets you up. Google expiration is next week. What sets you up, right, is the 138 break. That's the key, right? We need to get under this 138 demand. Until we get under that, right, this could be sort of a chop fest. We need to get under that 138. If Google does not, then maybe I get stopped out, right? Maybe I get stopped out. But again, guys, right, trading. If I get stopped out on this trade, I don't care at all, right? Because I know it's a good trade. I know it makes sense. I know it's valid in terms of technicals. I know it's valid in terms of overall market weakness, tech weakness. I've been seeing that. It's continuing, right? So, if I'm wrong here on Google, you walk away, you scratch it up as a loss, you understand what happened, and you move on, right? This is called trading. You're going to have to take risks in trading to make money, right? So if your analysis is proven incorrect, so be it, right? So be it. AMD. Really nice 105 fade yesterday, guys. I mean, we couldn't have called this one any better. We could not have called this one any better. We moved right into 105, right into the 50, and we got absolutely nailed, right? Absolutely nailed right at the 50. Or is that the, no, that's not the 50. That's the previous day close? No, is that the 50? No, that's the 50. Right at the 50, right? Right at the 50 SMA, right at the 105 level. That was straight from the live stream. Congratulations to anyone that took that trade, all right? That was gorgeous. We took this one as well. Really nice setup. So, AMD moved lower, break, retest, 105 supply, beautiful trade. Where are we at now? All right, we are at the 102 demand that just won't give up. Right, the 102, 101.60, that demand does not seem like it wants to give up. So that just trade's probably about over, right? Because I don't know how much more I'd want. I really was just looking for the 105 fade, right? And that scalp play, which was beautiful. But now it seems like AMD's really trying to hold this demand below. So for me, on AMD, you either look for that fade again, right? You look for that pop into 105 again and that fade. Or I would wait, if you're looking for downside, I would wait for a break and hold below this triple bottom, right? A break and hold below this triple bottom would be the next short entry. That or the fade of 105 again, right? So keep an eye on 105 today, guys. That's the key. Amazon and Meta. And then we are heading out of here. Amazon and Meta. So Amazon, resilient, man. Resilient. And it was resilient yesterday as well. The 129 level was very resilient on Amazon yesterday. And it looks to be pretty resilient here again. Right? Look at this Amazon. You're back above 129. You're back above some of these rejection points. And this could hold on. Right? You held that 20 SMA. Here's your 129 level. Your 129 level right here. Right? Your 129 level all right here. And look at where Amazon's back above today. So this one's interesting, right? If Amazon can really show me something strong above 129, I might consider this one, right? Because Amazon really showed me yesterday how it did not want to break 129. It did finally give up later in the day, but it really held up intraday, right? Look at this 129 level. It made every attempt to try to hold that level until finally, right, market sort of gave up. Right, and it sort of moved lower. Now, I can't tell you that this was not a beautiful trade, right? Look at this late day trade. Look at this late day trade. Break, retest, shorting at 129 after the break. Bam. Huge trade. Beautiful trade. So today, you're not going to want to short back into this 129, right? If you were short into 129 yesterday, you had nothing but a headache, right? You had nothing but a headache, like Pedro said. So if we are above 129, I would maybe look to see if this holds on again, and maybe you could find some longs off that level. That 129 is an interesting level to watch on Amazon. It has been holding very nicely. All right, last one I got for you, and probably one of my favorite watches today is Meta. We absolutely annihilated the 325 rejections on Meta yesterday. Simple as that. We talked about 325 rejections on Meta yesterday, and it could not have been cleaner. It could not have been cleaner. You pushed into 325. You got absolutely railed off that level. So that was really nice. 325 supply. Beautiful downside move. Really nice catch. Now today, right, what are we watching? 320. We're back under the 320, right? So today, you've broken trend. You're moving lower. You're bouncing back into the supply. I would watch the 320 today on Meta, right? If 320 rejects on Meta today, this could be a very interesting fade again. So watch 320 on Meta today. If you get above 320, then you probably push back towards that 325, right? That's probably where you push back into. If you get back above 320, you might move back into that 325 supply. So really easy levels here on Meta. 320, 325, very, very... They've been reacting very well, right? The levels have reacted very well. Nice rejection at 325 here. Another nice one here, right? So very clean levels, 320, 325. All right? Let's jump back into the NASDAQ and ES real quick, get a quick update, and see what's going on. All right, so yeah, NASDAQ, right? This is no longer interesting for shorts for me, right? This is no longer interesting for shorts. You cannot short if the NASDAQ is above Tuesday's lows, if it's above Friday's lows, right? We cannot try to short back into that low, right? If you try to short back into this low all day, you are potentially going to just get stuck in something along these lines, right? It just continues to bounce off the 20, continues to bounce off these lows. You cannot short back into 15,060 today. You need to get this under the 20, under 15,060 for that short to really set up. So I would be cautious here. This could be interesting, right? I would not be surprised in the slightest to see Tesla moving lower on earnings, everyone coming up, horned up, going from 6 to midnight on the downside because of that move, and this thing just holds demand and sort of stops everyone out of shorts. I would not be surprised in the slightest. So you need to trade off technical levels. And so for me, I will not be shorting anything today if this NASDAQ proves to hold the Tuesday low and the last Friday low. If I start to see demand stepping up here, I need to protect myself, right? And I'm not going to be looking for shorts back into that level. And it's the same thing for 43.50, which actually, right, as of right now, 43.50 is still sort of rejecting there. So that's a little bit interesting, right? Look at this. 43.50 has not proven to break yet. That's actually still stuck. So that's something to pay attention to there. All right? All right, guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. Make sure to trade off key levels. Make sure to focus on what the market's doing. Don't just trade blind. Don't trade with a tunnel vision. If you're going to enter a trade, where's the NASDAQ? Where's the ES? Are we at demand? Are we at supply? Am I looking to short something? If I am, or where are we on the NASDAQ? Is the market above 15,060? Are we below 43.50? These are all things that you need to be paying attention to. It's not as easy as I'm going to go short Amazon today and I'm going to make money, all right? There's a lot of things that take. Trading's not easy. You have to be really understanding of what's going on everywhere on the market. And, this comes with experience. It's not going to happen overnight. You'll hear that it will be over a pipe dream, right? You'll be sold that online, everywhere online, that it's easy and that, it's the pipe dream. But please don't fall into that. And I hope that if you guys are here, I think you probably are not falling into that. I think you guys are probably a pretty solid group of individuals that don't fall into that BS. So thank you guys again. Press that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow. AMC and not me. Why AMC and not me? Why you trade Tesla earnings and not me? All right. See you later.